What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Buzz. Reinier de Ridder has finally broken his silence regarding the fake X Twitter account that was impersonating him and trash-talking Khamzat Chimaev online. The account, which had been posting controversial remarks toward Chimaev and even Ali Abdelaziz, was recently suspended after multiple reports. In an interview with Home of Fight, de Ridder addressed the situation with humor and calmness. "I don't know man, there's this Twitter account pretending to be me," he said. "I think Khamzat might still believe it's actually me. He's a little confused on that end, but it is what it is. We'll see." De Ridder admitted that he had reported the account several times before, but it wasn't taken down until recently. "It was pretty funny honestly. Some of the stuff that account posted was dark and messed up, but I have to admit, there was some quality entertainment there too," he added with a laugh. Everyone knew it wasn't me except Khamzat. The former one championship double champion also used the moment to send a clear message to Chimaev and the rest of the middleweight division. Despite suffering a recent loss to Brendan Allen, de Ridder remains confident about his comeback and future goals. "Be patient," he said directly to Chimaev. "Keep that title warm, because I'm coming for it soon." De Ridder's calm response to the fake account shows his professionalism and ability to handle drama with class. Instead of engaging in online arguments, he chose to laugh it off and focus on what truly matters, returning stronger and reclaiming his position as one of the top middleweights in the sport. As the fake account fades away and de Ridder shifts his attention back to training, fans are reminded why he's respected not just for his skills inside the cage, but also for his composure outside of it. His message is clear. Social media trolls might try to stir chaos, but nothing can distract Reinier de Ridder from his ultimate goal: reclaiming championship gold. Before moving on to the next news, we have a quick request for you. We're always working to improve our content and truly value your support. If you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon, it would mean a lot to us. That way, you'll never miss an update. Move on to another news. Dana White recently opened up about his early ambitions and how he came to realize that he wasn't meant to be a fighter. Speaking candidly, the UFC president admitted that there was a point in his life when he truly believed he could become a world champion fighter. But over time, he learned a hard truth. He simply wasn't built for it. "I respect all you guys, man," Dana said with sincerity. "At one point in my life, I believed I wanted to be a professional fighter and a world champion. But then you wake up one day, look in the mirror, and realize, yeah, you ain't it." He continued, "You guys are different. There's nobody else on earth like you." Dana went on to express deep admiration for fighters, emphasizing how unique their mindset and toughness are compared to athletes in other sports. A world championship football player, a world championship basketball player, it's not the same. Fighting is about who you are and how you're built. You can't fake that. You either have it or you don't. He highlighted that fighters capture a level of global attention that no other athletes do. Movies, sports, world leaders, everyone watches you guys. "You're different from any other athlete on the planet," Dana explained. "The greatest actors, athletes, and even political figures all tune in to watch fights. World leaders aren't watching an NBA game on a Wednesday night. They're watching a fight on Saturday night." White's comments not only reflect his respect for the fighters who put everything on the line inside the octagon, but also his understanding of what sets combat sports apart from everything else. Unlike other sports that rely on teams or strategies, fighting is about raw courage, discipline, and mental toughness, qualities Dana admits he didn't have at the level of the athletes he now promotes. His honesty offers a rare glimpse into his personal reflections and the admiration he holds for the warriors who make the UFC what it is today. Dana's humility underscores a powerful truth. While he wasn't cut out to be a fighter, he was destined to change the fight game forever. Move on to another news. Michael Bisping recently shared his official predictions for UFC 322 in his trademark entertaining style. During a lighthearted conversation, Bisping was interrupted by a friend asking for his fight picks, something he clearly couldn't resist diving into. "UFC 322, that's my world," Bisping said enthusiastically before breaking down the main card fights. Starting with Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint-Denis, Bisping praised both fighters, but leaned toward experience over momentum. "This is a great fight to kick off the main card," he said. "Beneil was on an 8-fight win streak before dropping 2, and I think people are overlooking him. I'm going with Dariush by decision." Next, he turned his attention to Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates, acknowledging the difficulty of the matchup. "I hate to say this because I love Leon. UK, don't turn your back on me, but I think Carlos Prates will come out like a bat out of hell and take the decision. When asked about Sean Brady versus Michael Morales, Bisping praised Morales for his undefeated record and striking ability but predicted a grappling advantage for Brady. Michael Morales is awesome, 18-0, a great striker, he noted, but I think Sean Brady will take him down and get the submission. Discussing the women's co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili, Bisping had nothing but admiration for both fighters but ultimately sided with Shevchenko. I love both of these ladies. They're phenomenal, he said. Valentina has defended her belt multiple times. She's the better striker, she can wrestle, and she's just an all-around complete fighter. Plus, she can speak 5 languages and even fly an airplane. Shevchenko wins by decision. Finally, Bisping broke down the main event, Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. This is going to be a great fight, he said. I'm going with the underdog. Della Maddalena just beat Bilal Muhammad by decision, and I believe he can edge Islam Makhachev the same way. I could be wrong. After wrapping up his predictions, Bisping jokingly asked to return to his downtime, saying, "Alright, can I relax now? It's been a stressful day. Let me rest, go away." With his trademark humor and sharp analysis, Bisping once again proved why fans love his insight and energy whenever fight night approaches. Move on to another news. Della Maddalena has his eyes set on a massive future challenge, a potential showdown with Khamzat Chimaev at middleweight. In a recent interview, the rising Australian star revealed that while his current focus is on dominating the welterweight division, he eventually wants to move up and test himself against one of the most feared fighters in the sport. "I'd like to be a defending champion," Della Maddalena said confidently. "I think a true champion should at least clean out most of the top 10 before moving up. I really respect what Islam Makhachev has done. He dominated lightweight, defended his title, and only then moved up. That's the right way to do it." Della Maddalena explained that he wants to follow a similar path, focusing on defending his belt multiple times before considering a jump to another division. "I want to defend my title several times and really prove myself as the best at welterweight before even thinking about changing divisions," he added. When asked directly if a move to middleweight could be in his future, the Australian didn't hesitate. "Yeah, for sure," he said with a smile. "I think so. It's definitely something I've thought about. I'd love to fight Khamzat Chimaev at some point if my career continues to go the way I hope it does." The potential matchup between Della Maddalena and Chimaev is already stirring excitement among fans. Both men are known for their relentless pressure and well-rounded skills. Della Maddalena's crisp boxing and composure against Chimaev's explosive grappling and raw power would make for a thrilling clash of styles. For now, though, Della Maddalena remains committed to his mission at welterweight. He wants to build a legacy similar to champions who defended their belts multiple times before making history in a second division. "It's about earning it," he said. "You don't just move up for attention. You do it because you've truly conquered your division." If he continues his impressive rise and fulfills his plan to clean out the 170-pound division, a future bout with Khamzat Chimaev could become one of the most anticipated super fights in MMA. Move on to another news. Justin Gaethje recently shared a fascinating look into his early fighting career, revealing that he competed in 5 amateur bouts before ever taking a single striking class. The revelation came during a lighthearted interview where Gaethje also discussed his twin brother, favorite things, and a funny childhood memory. When asked if it was true that he had a twin brother and whether that brother was the better fighter, Gaethje laughed and replied, "It's true that I have a twin brother, but it's false that he's a better fighter than me. I think it's going to be easy money today." The conversation quickly turned to his personal interests. When asked about his favorite movie, book, and video game, Gaethje answered confidently. "Favorite movie, Fight Club. Favorite book, don't really have one. Favorite video game, Call of Duty." But the most surprising moment came when he confirmed a rumor that has circulated among MMA fans for years. "Yeah, it's true," Gaethje said. "I had 5 amateur fights before I ever took my first striking class." He explained that it wasn't until his 5th amateur fight, a near disaster, that he realized the importance of proper training. "In that 5th fight, I almost got knocked out," he admitted. "That's when I was like, I really need to figure out what the hell I'm doing here." That realization led him to Trevor Whitman, the legendary coach who would later help shape Gaethje into one of the most feared strikers in MMA. "That's when I found my coach, Trevor Whitman," he said. "Everything changed after that." To end the interview on on a lighter note, Gaethje was asked about the coolest Christmas gift he ever received. His answer showed a glimpse of his childhood humor. "My first set of golf clubs when I was like 7, he recalled. "But that also ruined Santa Claus for me. I remember hearing them bringing the golf clubs in that night. I was half asleep and realized Santa wasn't real." The story captures Gaethje's trademark mix of honesty, toughness, and humor, traits that have made him one of the sport's most beloved fighters. From raw, untrained beginnings to becoming a world-class striker, his journey is a reminder that even the most explosive athletes sometimes start with nothing but grit and determination. Move on to another news. Delija's formal complaint regarding his controversial loss to Waldo Cortez. Acosta has officially been dismissed by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Delija and his team had filed an appeal requesting the bout result be overturned to a no contest, arguing that multiple rules were violated during the fight. The controversy began early in the first round when Delija appeared to be in full control. He unleashed a barrage of punches that seemed close to ending the fight when the referee suddenly paused the action to review what was believed to be an eye poke. Upon reviewing the replay, officials confirmed there had been contact with the eye, but determined it was incidental and allowed the fight to continue. Just moments after the restart, Cortez Acosta landed a powerful right hand that knocked Delija out cold, securing the victory. However, Delija's team immediately raised concerns, submitting a detailed 5-point statement outlining what they believed were clear procedural errors by the officials. According to the complaint, the referee never officially called for a proper timeout, creating confusion during the break in action. The team also claimed that members of Cortez Acosta's corner were allowed to enter the cage and assist their fighter, effectively giving him extra time to recover. Furthermore, they alleged the replay process was mishandled and went beyond what is allowed under Nevada's review regulations. Despite the thorough appeal, the Nevada State Athletic Commission reviewed the evidence and ultimately dismissed Delija's complaint. In its ruling, the commission stated that the fight was officiated appropriately. The replay review was conducted in accordance with the rules, and no improper assistance was provided to either fighter during the pause in action. The commission's decision officially upholds Waldo Cortez Acosta's knockout victory, putting an end to any chance of the result being overturned. While the outcome remains disappointing for Delija and his team, the NSAC made it clear that, in their view, all procedures were correctly followed, and the fight's result stands as valid. Move on to another news. Michael Chandler recently shared his detailed breakdown of the upcoming UFC 322 main event between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. Speaking with Ariel Helwani, Chandler analyzed how the fight could unfold, offering insight into both fighters' strengths and styles. According to Chandler, size and strength won't be an issue for Makhachev, despite him moving up in weight. "I don't think size is going to be a problem for Islam," Chandler said. "He's a different breed. I wouldn't sit here and say, oh, he's a 155-er, so he's not used to going with 170-pounders. I wouldn't be surprised if he's been sparring his whole career with guys at 155, 155, 185, even 285. The dude's kind of a nut." However, Chandler gave a slight edge to Della Maddalena, citing the Australian's elite boxing and knockout power. "JDM isn't a puzzle. He's pretty basic, but he's brilliant, violent, and devastating with the basics," Chandler explained. "He's got great range, crisp striking, and serious power. That's going to make things interesting." Chandler believes the key factor in this fight will be the clash between Della Maddalena's striking and Makhachev's world-class wrestling. "It's really going to come down to JDM's takedown defense and whether he can stop Islam's relentless wrestling pressure," he said. "Even in the stand-up, Islam showed against Poirier that he can strike, but Dustin doesn't hit as hard as JDM. I felt Poirier's power firsthand. Trust me, JDM hits harder." He predicts that Makhachev might get tested early. "I think Islam's going to get tagged a couple of times," Chandler said. "We'll see how quickly he goes to his wrestling when that happens. But man, JDM is a monster. I give him a slight nod in this one." Still, Chandler made it clear that anything could happen. "I wouldn't be surprised if Islam ends up holding that belt either," he noted. "If he wins, it opens up a whole new set of possibilities, maybe even a super fight with Ilia Topuria or others. That's the beauty of this sport. It's crazy, unpredictable, and that's why we love it." Chandler's analysis reflects both respect and realism, recognizing Makhachev's dominance while acknowledging Della Maddalena's dangerous striking and potential to pull off an upset at UFC 322. Move on to another news. Jon Jones has finally opened up about the fallout surrounding the canceled fight with Tom Aspinall, expressing regret and a desire to make amends with UFC President Dana White. For months, the UFC had been building anticipation for a massive heavyweight showdown between then-champion Jon Jones and interim champion Tom Aspinall. However, the fight never materialized. Instead, Jones shocked the MMA world by announcing his retirement, while Aspinall went on to become the undisputed heavyweight champion, recently defending his title via no contest. At the time, Dana White revealed that Jones had initially agreed to face Aspinall but later pulled out. Reports from Ariel Helwani later confirmed that Jones was offered an incredible $30 million for the fight, an offer he accepted and then turned down just one day later. Now Jones is taking full responsibility for how things went wrong. In a recent appearance on the No Scripts podcast, the two-division UFC legend admitted he handled the situation poorly and hopes to reconcile with Dana White, especially as he eyes a return for next year's historic UFC event at the White House. "My most immediate goal is to be on the White House card," Jones said. "I'm giving Dana his space right now. He's changed my life and my children's lives, and I'm forever grateful to him. We had a verbal agreement that didn't go over well. Nothing was finalized, but I do admit I was wrong in how I handled things." Jones made it clear that he wants to see Dana face-to-face and personally apologize. "I wish I could just sit down with him, apologize, and move past it," he said. "It's time to put everything behind us, get back to business, make some major money, and entertain the fans again." Despite their differences, Jones still believes his relationship with White can be repaired. "When he's feeling me, I think I'm one of his favorite fighters," Jones said with a laugh. "But when he's not feeling me, I'm probably the reason he has a bald head." Jones' comments show a clear desire to mend fences and possibly set the stage for one of the biggest comebacks in UFC history.